and I'm an educator in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. For the last 17 years, I've been an elementary principal at 3 different schools. My current objective is to obtain a position as either an elementary principal or assistant principal at an international school. So, to help you to get to know me, I've asked some people within my school community if they would share their thoughts and experiences with you. And this is what they had to say.
When I left a school system in which Karen was a principal and came to a new school system, when the opportunity presented itself, I was pretty excited about having the chance to bring her back on board on my team. In my view, Karen is the kind of educational leader that can handle anything. I've never seen her rattled. I've never seen her upset. I've always seen her to understand circumstances within the context of what's best for children and to make decisions accordingly. I think she's a star, and I think if you have an opportunity to bring her into your organization, you'll be stronger for it.
We do know her as a wonderful person, an amazing leader, and certainly someone that's influenced us. I think the thing that really sticks with me is Karen's ability to hear the voices of the teachers she's leading. Karen doesn't tell you what it is that you should be doing. She asks, and she listens, and she questions. And in doing that, she's able to give really clear direction and vision to a school.
Karen's strengths are numerous. She has excellent written and verbal communication skills. She is extremely organized, reliable. She relates well to parents, staff, and especially students. She is extremely articulate and well-spoken, the perfect blend of strictness and kindness. She is calm, thoughtful, reflective, and committed to lifelong learning.
Things that strike me about Karen's leadership practice are the depth of caring, the intelligence that she brings to her work, and the reflective, responsive, thoughtful way in which that she integrates new thinking, whether it's research-based, a new pedagogy, or even a board directive.
Karen is a wonderful communicator. We were actually just talking about how Karen is able to run a meeting either with parents or with staff or with kids that makes everyone feel zen and calm, but she's also able to get across whatever message she needs to get across, and everyone leaves feeling like they've been heard.
Coming in new, I just always felt very welcomed from Karen. I never felt unsupported. She had an open door policy all the time. Even if it was what I thought might be a silly question, Karen never made me feel like it was just a same question over and over.
She doesn't shy away from having those tough conversations, but she does it with a tact and a tone that helps you feel cared for and appreciated and valued, and she helps to steer you in the right direction.
I've known Karen for over 5 years, and during that time I have found one of her strengths to be that of building community, both within the school as well as a sense of community with parents. Karen has the ability to understand each individual person's strengths and to bring forward those strengths in ways that are productive to the school and growth-inducing to the individual. I've seen her do this consistently over the time that we've been together, and it has made a significant difference to our school system that we have staff who are confident, responsible, and respectful risk takers in terms of their practice, supported by Karen.
Karen would always make sure that she was coming into classrooms in order to watch lessons or just to have that time to chat with kids and learn and see what they're learning in the classroom.
I find Karen to be very open and honest and approachable, and she really helped me to find my confidence, and that was huge for me. So she's been a huge impact in my career.
She always made a point to have face-to-face interactions with students, teachers, and with parents. So she made it very apparent that partnerships were essential in order for students to succeed.
I feel lucky to have been a parent in the school with Karen as an administrator. She placed a high importance on the partnership between home and school and education. As a parent in the school, I felt I was a true partner in my children's education. Our school was very multicultural in population. There were families from a variety of countries that spoke different languages. Karen had no difficulty with this and welcomed the diversity.
In the educational world, professional learning communities is a hot topic. Everyone wants to have professional learning communities in their school. And I've worked in previous schools, before I worked with Karen, where it was mandated that teachers would be in professional learning communities, and it always felt false. And coming to this school, where Karen had that vision and support, it was the first time I ever felt like there was I belonged to a professional learning community that meant something and worked.
The neat thing about Karen was that even though she was an administrator with her local school, she cared deeply about and wanted to help teachers at all of our levels throughout our whole organization. For example, when we were working together on various aspects of coaching, she would come together with us, other administrators, and we would talk about how we can challenge our current thinking about coaching and where did we want to go with that. Karen was very instrumental in helping to drive that discussion forward, and as a result she helped to really mold and set the tone for how our organization would look at coaching right from kindergarten all the way to grade 12.
Is a huge advocate of coaching and supporting teachers whether they've taught for 1 year or 15 years. And I know everyone on each committee felt like they had a voice, and Karen was extremely respected.
I have worked with Karen for many years in the area of character education, and I can say she truly believes in the value and the importance of it. She has monthly character assemblies where the students are involved in forming these assemblies. As well, she has an annual Character Kid conference every year. This helps to promote character and keep it at the forefront of her school. Character permeates Karen's school. Last fall, Karen's school received a very prestigious honor, the Promising Practices Award from Character Education Partnership.
Miss Wesley helps the school by making us show character, and the different character is respect, responsibility, integrity, compassion, and self-discipline. She makes us learn those, so instead of going up to the max, which is 100, we go up to 110%.
She has this incredible ability to stay attuned to what is going on with the staff, whether it's in their personal lives, their professional lives. She has her pulse on the people and the organization at all times. And when I think of Karen, I think relationships, relationships, relationships.
I facilitated a situation with teachers, and after that was done, Karen asked me what one particular teacher thought, and I kind of smiled at her and said, well, I'm not sure. She was really quiet, and she reminded me that I needed to listen to quiet people, that they had a voice too, and that I needed to make sure that I included them. Lots of laughter. Like, there is so much laughter. Karen has a tremendous sense of humor, and she loves to have fun. Go her anywhere.
Anywhere. So if you like Karen,
you'll love us.
I would characterize Karen's learning and leadership style as being genuinely focused around inquiry. And I think that she brings that love of inquiry for the big ideas around subject disciplines and the big ideas around what makes effective learning communities to her work every day. There are many things that I learned from working with Karen, and one of them was how to take a new idea, test its soundness, and then think about how to very humanely and effectively implement that with your staff. One of the things that Karen took the lead on here was around technology integration. And I remember at the same time we were doing some work on understanding by design, backwards design, technology integration, and the idea about creating more thoughtful questions for students, questions that would prompt students to actually experience real life relevant inquiry.
In my educational technology role for the division at the moment, I use Karen a lot as a sounding board, as well as to find more ideas on how I can best help our entire school division excel at educational technology. Karen is innovative, she's academic, and she really cares about her students. With that in mind, she ensures that technology is one of her primary responsibilities and one of her primary focuses.
Within the phys ed program, within the area of physical education, there's a great opportunity for inquiry. With our focus and Karen's support into critical and creative thinking, we use the process of backward design to develop a program that really stresses that inquiry-based learning. And Karen was very supportive of a new area that I had discovered called Teaching Games for Understanding, which is very much a questioning and inquiry-based look into how students develop strategies and skills in physical education. And she was very supportive. I was lucky enough to go to 2 international conferences, one here in Canada in Vancouver, and also one in Loughborough, Great Britain, which is actually the birthplace of Teaching Games for Understanding. So she was very supportive in helping me implement that change for the benefits of the students.
When I was hired by Karen, the role of the learning resource teacher was newly established. Karen's decisions, I feel, are always based on what's best for kids.
We were talking about a student that was rejoining our organization. They were coming back. And there was some trepidation around this student because when they had left, it hadn't been on the best circumstances. There had been some attendance concerns, there had been some homework concerns, and that didn't matter. You know, we brought that forward, and Karen's concern was for that child. And she said, that child is different now. That child needs to be here, and we need to make sure he has a good education. And hearing that from our leader, I know that our team just listened and realized that that's what we were there for. We were there for kids. And we circled around, and that student did absolutely what Karen believed he would do. He succeeded.
She has been very supportive of physical education. She really strives to make sure that there's quality daily physical education and that all students are getting that, right from kindergarten to grade 4. And with her support and with her ability to just kind of add her perspective to things, we've put in a lot of very unique programs that has really allowed not only me to grow as a professional, but also to allow the students to experience the maximum they can in physical education. And Karen is very supportive of all subject areas in the for specialists. We have art, we have music, and we have Spanish, and she displayed a very similar attitude, and that's allowed all the specialty areas within our campus to be very successful.
Well, there's an expression that says, what would Jesus do? And for those people that are devoutly religious, I don't mean any offense to this, but I often have in my mind, what would Karen do?
Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood." Those are words that I've lived by, and I even have it engraved on my iPad. So I would embrace the many life lessons that working at an international school would bring me. You'll find all of my contact information coming up on the next screen. Thanks so much for watching.